Hi Booktube, Lil here, welcome back to my channel Lila's Library, and I'm bringing you today my 30-day reading challenge. I've seen this on the Sarah Without a H's channel, and she did it really well, you know, did loads of little snippets about how her reading was going in her month, and I wanted to give this a try, make sure I read every single day in 30 days just to pick me up a little bit and make sure I read more in the month of March. So the first book I'm reading as part of this challenge is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I've already read, I started reading this yesterday, but I only read the first chapter yesterday. So when I woke up this morning I was 16 pages in, and now I am 61 pages in. So I've read about just under 50 pages today, which I'm quite happy with. I'll probably read a bit more before I go to bed anyway, and yes, this is my first day of reading for the 30-day reading challenge, and I'm quite happy with that. That's my first day, guys. So this is day 6 of my 30-day reading challenge. I know I haven't been doing them for some reason, but I have been reading every day so far. Not much, not a massive amount, but in 6 days I've managed to read 176 pages. So I'm still reading The Final Empire. I've got a little chunk of the way through. I finished part 1, which is quite good. So that's my day 6, and I will update you again soon. Hi there again, I'm on day 7 and I am on part 3 of The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, page 265, so I'm really happy with my progress so far. I'm flying through this book quite quickly. Not as quickly as I want to be doing, but you know, I'm getting there. So I have been reading every single day again, so I'm really happy that I'm doing that. I don't do that every month, but this month I really want to get something read every single day. So hi there again. I'm on day 10 of my reading challenge now, and I've still been going every day, so reading every single day at least 20 pages. So I'll show you what I've gotten up to. So as you know, I'm reading The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, and so far now I'm 293 pages in, so I'm getting quite far into that, as you can see. But I've also picked up a couple other books. I couldn't quite wait to get into The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman, which you saw me try out in my Try 5 tag, and it was a big toss up between this and The Final Empire. So I am currently reading this as well, and I'm on page 54 of that. And I'm really enjoying it. The library is a bit odd. It's very big. It can take you days to get around the library and all that kind of stuff. And they've been set a mission, so I'm just getting started on the story really. And then also I'm doing a reread, which is The Naked Empire by Terry Goodkind, and I'm reading this with my partner, so this might take a while because we are listening to it together, and it's when we get time together to listen to the audio, but he is following the story as well in the book. So, and we are 118 pages into that, so I'm doing really well this month in my reading, I think, and a lot of pages, so at least 300, and I'm quite happy with how my reading challenge is going this month. So see you next time. Hi there again, guys. Still doing my 30-day reading challenge and reading every day, guys. I'm going to show you the books I'm currently still reading, and I'm also going to introduce you to my rats because I don't think I've put them on camera yet. So just so you know, I haven't got wild rats running around my sofa. They are my pets, Scratch and Gregory. So I'm currently on page 125 of The Invisible Library, still loving it. Doing all these little missions and investigations still, and it's brilliant. It's getting quite gruesome now, so if you don't like gruesome stuff, don't read it, but if you don't mind it, go for it. It's brilliant, I love it so far. I am on page 478 of The Final Empire. This is absolutely fantastic. Brandon Sanderson is fantastic as an epic fantasy writer. Look how thick this book is. and I just want to keep reading. It's so difficult to stop. But I really love the idea of Mistborns and using metals as magic, so that's absolutely fantastic. Want to finish it, oh my god. And then the other book I'm currently reading, which is a reread, and I've talked to you already about it, and that's The Naked Empire by Terry Goodkind. I'm on page 176 of that, but me and my partner are reading it together currently, so that's going to be more of a elongated thing, I think. So I'm going to introduce you to my little boys. This is Gregory, my little boy over here. Here we go. So this is little Gregory, my little white rat, loving to bits. I mean, you might not like rats and they don't really like being held, but I love them. They're great pets, so intelligent. All they ever want is love. And he's my little boy, aren't you? Yeah. Come on. No, he's down on my shoulder. I have to grab Gratch as well then. And this is my little Gratchy. If you can see him, there we go. And he's sniffing because he doesn't like being held either. But yeah, he's my little man. So these are my two little boys, Gratch and Gregory. Gratch and Gregory are both named after Sword of Truth characters, as one of the books I've just showed you as my reread. Gratch is named after a Gar, which is a creature from Terry Goodkind's world. Gregory is named after a male dragon. A red dragon, that is, one of the most fearsome going. And yeah, these are my two little boys. And they're having a proper sniff on me, and Gregory's trying to climb in my hair, but yeah, they're such loving little boys, and they're quite old now, I love them. And he's just pretty much jumped to the back of the settee. They can really jump, apart from Gratch, who's fat and he can't jump very well. Go on then. There we go. So that's what I'm up to right now. I think I've done quite a lot of reading this month for some very chunky books, so see you soon again in my next video. And I've just finished The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman, and I really loved it, guys. I give it a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads, and that's only because the only fault I had with it was when you go between chapters, it kind of feels in a way like you're jumping a little bit, and I don't know what it is, but sometimes I kind of lost concentration simply because I felt like the chapters jumped slightly and didn't carry on or flow in a certain way. I don't know what it was, but this book was absolutely fantastic and I really loved it. I just loved how the magic kind of worked in, so you have to speak in a certain way to be able to use magic, and you have to get the libraries you have to be a librarian to use this kind of magic, and you use magic from the library in different worlds. It's kind of about alternate worlds and how they work, and it's about a librarian getting books from these alternate worlds, and it's just absolutely fantastic. The main character is a big reader and she has a companion with her who is there to help her out, and you find out things about him, and I was quite happy with the ending. So I really liked the villain in this. He was quite scary. He managed to scare me a little bit because of the things that he does. And I would highly, highly recommend this to you guys. So that's finished now. As you guys know, I'm still reading The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I am now on page 547, so I'm getting quite far in there. Not much left to read, just this here. And I am absolutely loving this story with all the allomancy and using metals for your magic, and this is like one of the best magics I've come across in fantasy. Brandon Sanderson has such a wonderful, wonderful imagination. I just adore his world, what he's built, his world building, it was wonderful. I loved the way the system works, the nobles and the Scar people. I would highly, highly recommend Brandon Sanderson. I just want to read all of his books. I cannot wait to collect them all. This might go against my book buying cut, I suppose, me not buying so many, but I am going to try and find these for cheap, guys. I want these books. I love Brandon, even if it's just a series I buy for now. I really want them. I will continue reading these. So now I've finished the Invisible Library. As I promised, I am going to start reading Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jake Restoff, and As you guys know, I loved Illuminate. I did a book talk on it, so you can watch that if you want to see my thoughts on Illuminate. But I have heard wonderful things about Gemini. I've heard that it's better, and I have no idea how you can get better than Illuminate. So that means I just have to read this. And as you guys know, I'm still reading or rereading The Naked Empire by Terry Goodkind, and we are currently on page 180, so very, very happy that I'm rereading some Terry Goodkind. I just need some Terry Goodkind in my life, always, as you guys know if you know me by now. So yeah, that's where I'm up to now. It is day... what's the date today, guys? I think it's day 17. It's Saturday, so it's either day 17 or 18. I think it's day 18 of my reading challenge. The last time was day 15, I don't think I said, but the last section that I did was day 15. It's now day 18. I will see you soon in my next snippet. Over to that. I'm back again, and it is day 21 of my 30-day reading challenge, and I have finished, I think I finished it 2 days ago actually, The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, and I absolutely adored it. I can't believe that I haven't read any Brandon Sanderson until now, and I need to continue. I need to read The Well of Ascension next. But the only problem is I don't have it, so I need to get out there and buy it when I get my wages. But I love how Brandon Sanderson does his world building. He makes this absolutely wonderful world, and he builds his characters wonderfully. Vin is an amazing character, very strong woman, and Calcia is a very interesting character, has all these flaws but we still like him because of the stuff he's gone through, and all of the other characters you get introduced to, maybe at first you don't really get to know them properly, but as you read the book you get to remember each and every character individually, and it's wonderful how that happens through the main character Vin, and I just love how the story goes and how it ends, and I'm really intrigued to see how the series progresses into the next load of books, so I can't wait to carry on with Brandon Sanderson. I am still reading Gemini by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and I'm on page... what page am I on? 123, so I'm on page 123. So I'm really progressing there, and I'm really enjoying this right now. I'm getting to know the characters really well. I know they are different characters from Illuminate, but the other characters are still mentioned, and getting to know other characters, other stories that are going on at this time is actually really interesting. So I'm really interested to see how this goes. And it's also really nice in this to see how the main character Hannah does artwork in her journal, because you never saw that in Illuminate, but this is really cool to see how this character really enjoys art and drawing and doodling, and it's something I can relate to, so can't wait to see that even more. I've also picked up a comic book this time. I haven't read a comic book yet this year, so finally getting around to reading one, and this is Suicide Squad, Kicked in the Teeth. As you can see, Harley Quinn's at the front, and it's basically just starts off with people getting tortured, as you do in Suicide Squad comic books. So I'm really excited to jump right into this and get this read as well. And I'm only all the way through it, you know, a few pages, so I'll get there with that. And I'm on the same page as I was last time with The Naked Empire, and that was 180, so we haven't read any more of it yet together, but hopefully soon we'll get back onto that. So I've made a bit of progression since last time, and roll on next video. I'm back again, and it is day 29 of my reading challenge. I know I haven't done it for quite a few days, but I've been quite busy. But again, I have been reading every single day, so I'm really happy about doing that, and I will show you what I'm reading again. So just as a start off point, I did kind of try and read this book, Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine, and I did try and give it a go. I don't think I got 40 pages in, and I can't get into it. I really can't, and I'm not even going to carry on trying, so I'm DNFing this one, taking it back to the library soon, so really can't get into that one. I'm still at the same point in The Naked Empire, so I'll leave that one. As you know, I've read The Invisible Library and The Final Empire. I have now finished Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Oh my god, fabulous book. I recommend so high. I've read amazing books this month doing this challenge, and I think this is why I'm getting through it so quickly. I am loving this challenge, and Gemina was fantastic. It was just as good as an Illuminate. I know everybody keeps saying that it's better, but I'm going to say just as good. I did like the images and stuff in this one. I did think there was a bit too much of the camera footage in this one, I won't lie. But it was fantastic. I still really enjoyed seeing these characters do what they did, and I highly recommend the Illuminati Files series. I can't wait for the next book. I'm so excited. I've also read 2 comics, and they are Suicide Squad, and that's by Adam Glass and Federico Dallaccio and Clayton Henry. I probably just butchered those names, but this is Suicide Squad Volume 1, Kicked in the Teeth. So I really enjoyed this, Suicide Squad. I rated it 4 stars, I think. And then yesterday, in like an hour on the way to work, I read Deadpool vs Carnage. This is a 5-star read for me. Absolutely devoured this book so much. I loved it. I love Deadpool so much. He's my favourite. He's just my favourite. I can't even say what. He's just my favourite, and I love him. So that's everything I've finished. But this morning I picked up A Court of Thorns and Roses. Finally, I'm on page 9. I'm only on chapter 2. I'm only about to start chapter 2. And this is by Sarah J Maas, if you don't know already. And so far so good, guys. I just love Sarah J Maas. She jumps straight into the story. I can't say anything about her so far that's bad. Just fantastic. I'm really looking forward to getting into the series and properly devouring it. So that's where I'm up to so far. I will have shown you how many pages I've read down here somewhere, probably here. So on to the next clip. Poof. Hi there guys, so I'm on the last day of my reading challenge. It's day 30, and I'm very impressed that I've managed to read over 2,000 pages of books this month. I'm so proud that I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entire books and parts of 2 other books, so I'm really happy with that. As you know, I've started reading or rereading The Naked Empire with Tom. We're both listening to the audiobook, so I have read these 3 big books, Gemina, The Final Empire and The Invisible Library, and they were absolutely wonderful reads. I have chosen brilliant books this month, if I do not say so myself. I've read Suicide Squad Kicked in the Teeth, Volume 1, and I have read Deadpool vs Carnage. And then I will say that I've gotten up to chapter 4 in A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is up to page 32. So I will be reading more of this today when I can, like on my break at work, on my way to work, on my way back from work. So I will be finishing this in April, and I'm also hoping to read A Court of Mist and Fury in April, so that I can in May read the next book that's coming out, which I cannot wait for. I'm really hoping this lives up to all the hype it's been given. So far so good. I am enjoying the fact that it's in first person as opposed to the Throne of Glass series being in third person, and it just seems like a really wonderful idea so far. So I'm really hoping I enjoy this as much as the Throne of Glass series, because Sarah J Maas is an absolutely wonderful author, and I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy anything by her at the moment. So yes, that's what I'm currently reading right now. So yeah, that's the 30-day reading challenge done. Yes, thank you so much for watching this big, massive 30-day reading challenge that I've done this month of March, and I don't feel like I'm going to go into any slumps. I'm still very excited about my reading, and if you want to go ahead and do this 30-day reading challenge, I would highly advise it. It is so much fun. I really enjoyed it. And I will now see you in my next video. Bye guys!